Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Starting from Scratch, create a club series on Football Manager where we've created Castle Trent. If you haven't seen episode 1, feel free to catch up on that one. That shows the pre-season where we've started a new club with no staff, no players. So we really are creating this club from scratch. And episode 2 will see us go into our 6th game of the season. So we'll catch up on the results and the transfers in this episode. So I think first we'll catch up on the results. So in episode 1, we did a live com at home to Tamworth, our first ever league game, and we got beat convincingly 3-0 in that game. It wasn't a great start. We pulled together a side and it didn't go well. So we've tried to do some work to improve the squad since then, but the results have been a little bit of a challenge, as you can probably see. Our second game was against Kidderminster Harriers away, so this was also a difficult game. We lost 2-0, a double from a player that I can't say his name. I won't even attempt to have a go at that name. We continue to try and bring more players in, but this was a difficult game for us. Again, a 2-0 defeat. We then went on to play another away game at AFC Fylde and another 2-0 loss. So at this point in the season we hadn't scored a single goal. It wasn't a great start. I was beginning to think this was going to be a really long season, and it might still turn out to be, and then it could be a long season and a short series because we could be relegated, and that'd be that. I'd get sacked and the series would be over. The next game at home we managed to get a victory. It was a 1-0 victory at home to Alfreton. It wasn't a great crowd. Down 200 from the first game of the season. We only had 256 people come and see this, but we managed to get a 1-0 win. Amar Purewal got our first goal, and so far only goal of the series. It was a big moment. We got a clean sheet and a 1-0 victory, and we didn't play well at all. We didn't have many shots. It was a backs to the wall effort, but we managed to get ourselves a victory. I'll see if I can show you the goal. Historic goal for the club, as its only goal so far. It was from memory, it was a free kick that went in, and there was a bit of a knockdown. Purewell scored the goal. My aim is to really play him up front as a bit of a target man, but at the moment I'm playing him on the left hand side. But as you can see, it was headed down and a finish into the corner. So that was our first goal, and it got us our first win. So that was a good goal for us. We then went on to play an away game at Stockport. We lost that game 2-0. So back to normal, and we had a man sent off in this game, Ryan Watson, but that was another tough game. So that brings us to this point in the season. We've got FC United at home today, so hopefully we can get a win, because it's starting to look a little bit difficult this season. We'll have a look at the league table. As you can see there, we're 20th, so a couple of teams below us, but we've got 3 points from our 5 games. We're probably going to work on aiming to get a point a game and see if that can get us safety. So that'll be 42 points is the target for the season. If we can get a win today, we'll move outside of the relegation zone. We'll be on 6 points from 6, so that would be an okay start. But if we don't get a win, we'll be behind the 8 ball a little bit and trying to catch up a little bit. So those are the results so far. We'll have a quick look at the transfers, because I have been bringing some more players in. We'll have a quick look at the transfers before the live come. So let's have a look at those. So these are the transfers that we've made so far this season. You can probably ignore the right hand side. I imagine those are the players that left when we created the new club and got rid of all the players. On the left hand side of all the players that we've brought in so far, I won't talk you through all of these players. I'll just talk you through the ones that we've signed since the last episode that are likely to play a big part. So we'll start with Lee Smith. He came in just before the game that we won. He's a defensive midfielder that's come from Tamworth. He was on a non-contract and we've brought him in on a 1-year deal. He's a defensive midfielder, so I've switched to a 4-5-1 formation, and he's been playing in the anchor man, not in the anchor man role, but in the defensive midfielder role in that system. So he's been brought into the side. He's played a little bit of football last season in the Vanarama North for Tamworth, so he's got experience in this division. So he's been brought in, and his first game was a 1-0 win, so I thought that was an inspired signing. My recruitment drive's gone more from just trying to get a side together. I'm trying to bring some players that actually have some genuine Vanarama North experience. So the next one I brought in was Lewis Hayden, who's another midfielder. I feel like I'm bringing in a lot of midfield players. He's got good passing, good tackling, good work rate and teamwork, and also got decent stamina. So hopefully he can be a good addition to the midfield. He's only 22 as well. He played a few games for Solihull Moors in the Vanarama National, the division above, so hopefully the Vanarama North division will be a division he can excel in. So he's only played 1 game for us so far, which we lost to Stockport, but he's an addition to the midfield. What you find, I signed Chris Smalley from Stockport, so when I'm playing against the team I tend to have a quick look at the squad and see if they've got any non-contract players or transfer listed players. Chris Smalley was transfer listed at Stockport. He's a centre half, 25 years old, decent strength and stamina, a little bit of pace and good tackling. Probably his determination and his positioning aren't great for centre half, his marking as well, but he's probably the best centre half we've got at the moment. So he'll come into the side for today's game. He hasn't played for us yet, but yeah, there you can see he's played a little bit of Vanarama North football for Stockport. Also signed Sam Barrett. He came in from Maidenhead. He's a left winger. He doesn't look particularly great on the stats. The scouts seem to like him, and he's 21 years old. He doesn't look special, but we had really no options out on that left hand side. Purewell, who's come in as a striker, was out there playing as a bit of a wide target man, but I'd like to get him up front, so we've brought Barrett in for now just to play left wing, and we'll see how he gets on. John Masala's come in. He was one of the trialists we had in. He's got decent finishing, but he's come in on a non-contract, so he's in there to fill the squad out a little bit. And Kieran Wiltshire's come in just before this game that we're going to play, so we're going to have a few debutants in this game. He's also coming from Maidenhead, a 19-year-old. He's got some decent stats, decent tackler, decent passing, and some really good physical stats there. So hopefully he'll be a good addition to the centre midfield as well. So got a few centre midfield signings in that lot, and I'll continue the recruitment drive and try and bring in some proper experience to the side. So those are the transfers that we've done since the last episode, and we'll move on to the live com, which is a home game against FC United. So we're ready to take on FC United in this home match. Here's the side that we're going to be putting out today. So we've got Draper in goal, Dowling, new signing Smalley will be making his debut, and alongside Salami, loan signing from Southend. Jamie Smith's at left back, Lee Smith will be in the defensive midfield role, Lewis Hayden and Jed Davis are in midfield. I've decided to leave Kieran Wiltshire on the bench. He's not quite as fit as the other guys, and also we've got a game on Monday, so 2 days after this game, so I thought I'd just save him back for that one. We've got Federico and Barrett making his debut on the left hand side, and then Purewell's moved from the left wing to be the target man up front. Though having a quick look at the side, Salami's also looking a little bit tired, so we might save him for Monday as well, so we'll bring Connor back in to play alongside Smalley on his debut. So that's the side we're going with. I'm going to bring my Sala onto the bench as well instead of Caltrill. Getting a lot of those warnings about people having match fitness issues, but I think we'll keep getting those as I'm bringing players in. I feel like I'm going to be doing that for quite a few weeks until I can get this side a little bit more competitive and hopefully into a position where we can look to survive this season. So here's the preview. We're expected to lose as ever. They're going with a similar system to us. I'm just going to put some instructions on positions. So wingers onto their weak foot and close them down. Mark the striker, and we'll go in hard on the defensive midfielder. So into the team talk, we'll try and motivate the guys. As you can imagine, my stats aren't that great, so do struggle to have a bit of an impact with team talk sometimes. But here we go. Not another big crowd, although I think this will be our biggest crowd of the season, but I think that's got more to do with FC United apparently bringing 400 fans. So they may well have more fans than we do in the stadium, which is a bit of a shame, but we'll see if we can be competitive in this game. It's certainly been a tough start to the season, and I'm starting to wonder quite what I've let myself in for here. As a series, the 1-0 win that we got did cheer me up a lot. Did fear losing every single game in the season and it being an epic failure, but that win was useful, and hopefully we can get a few more wins. But that's a really bad start. It looks like a cross has come in and the keeper's turned it into his own net. Really not a good start. Yeah, he's almost looked like he's gone for the shot there at the near post, and Draper's been beaten. So. We've got a free kick there, that's gone straight through to the keeper. It looks like it's going to be a chance for them, although we have got the ball now. Here's Barrett on his debut. It didn't come to anything. It's going to be hard work for our striker up front on his own by the looks of it. This highlight does continue. And it's a chance for FC United and a save from Draper. Yep, looks like we're going to be under the cosh again in this game. Should have let that go for a goal kick. And it's 2-0. That's a real mistake from the left back. Pretty sure the ball was just drifting out of play and he's kept the ball alive and it's cost us. We did get that win playing the this 4-5-1 sort of shape, which made me think this might be the one to go with, but I might need to keep changing this up this year to try and get ourselves some results. Awesome. So I look, that's poor half. Try and motivate them. I might try and go attacking as well, hopefully. Hopefully FC United will start to sit back a little bit and we can try and get back into this game. So we'll go check in, change some of those mindsets. Get a few people more, a bit closer to our striker. Again, we've gone through a whole half there just with one shot that wasn't on target. You might be wondering where the team name comes from, and I can't admit that I'm the most creative person in the world. I was really struggling to come up with a name, and in the end most of the stuff's been inspired by my university days. So I was a Nottingham Trent boy, so that's where that comes from. I have lived vaguely near a castle at some point in my life, and the stadium's called Meridian Court, and that was the halls of residence in my first year at uni. So that was the only real inspiration I could get for a name of a club that I could come up with. So that's where the origins of that are. Also the kit, so the red kit we've got. We had a five-a-side team at uni and we played in red. And I remember playing in a Mexico training top that was a red and green, which I quite liked at the time. So I've gone with that as the kit. We've had a couple more shots this half, but nothing that was worthy of a highlight. It really is looking like we're going to have to play catch up this year. I've still got, oh dear, 3-0. Dear. It's just a hopeful ball over the top and he's through on goal, so that's really poor defending. Yeah, I am trying to increase the quality of the signings that we're trying to sign. So our striker's now complaining of an injury, so we'll get him off. Hopefully he'll be fit for Monday. He's our only goal scorer so far this year. Let's hope we can try and get a goal and get some confidence into this team. We'll also bring Wilshire on for a little bit of a run, and we'll save Hayden for Monday. And we'll save the last substitution. No, the left back's injured. He hasn't had a great game, but I could do without injuries. I think we're going to have to play a centre half at the left back. Can anyone play it any better? Smalley can play it slightly. Connor can't really play it. We may have to go with that. I think that's the best balance. We'll switch Dowling across from right back to left back. Like a goal, come on, let's get a goal. Let's give ourselves some reasons to believe this season. This could be a really depressing season if we don't start to pick up a few results. I might need to consider a team meeting possibly, try and cheer everyone up, get that morale up a little bit, and hopefully that can contribute to us getting some more positive results, because this really is a tough start to the season. And we haven't done any note in this game. This is just going to drift to a 3-0 loss at home. Just playing out the game here. It's going to be a goal kick. Going to wait for the final whistle to go. And there it goes. We've lost 3-0 at home. There's a lot of FC United fans enjoying that result. And we've had to have a bit of a go there. That wasn't a good performance, and there's not really any performances that were that good. Maybe Sean Connor was the best at centre half, but when you think you've had a good game and you've lost 3-0 at home, that's not a good that's not a good game really. So let's have a look where we are on the table. We're still not quite bottom, we're only 1 point inside the relegation zone, so a result somewhere can get us out and we can start to build on that if I can get some players in. So it's not all doom and gloom just yet, but we really do have to improve at some point soon. Next game, so we've got a very quick turnaround before we play Gainsborough, and then we've got Bradford, Park Avenue, Nuneaton, Chorley, and I think the next live com will be Worcester at home, and that'll be on a Tuesday night. So that'll be the next episode. I'm hoping we'll have got a couple of wins. If not before the next episode, hopefully we can get a win in the next episode, so 2 of the next 5 games can be victories. That would really help our cause, so that would really help. But that's the end of episode 2, so I hope you've enjoyed that. Let's hope we can get some better results and get some green on this fixture list, and thanks for watching.